24-hour readathon challenge. We're going back to comfy, cozy middle grade, where we like to be during Polarthon week. It was a wild adventure. Basically, during the summer solstice.
Oh, hello, Papa.
Try to get it right.
Hi, and welcome to my last daily vlog of Polarthon. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Saturday and Sunday I am doing both of those days together because I've got to head out and do some shopping tomorrow. I've also got some cleaning to do and things like that tomorrow. I've got to adult tomorrow, seeing as I've not adulted all week. I've just read. So tomorrow I won't have, and tomorrow and Sunday I won't have much time to read. But today we decided that we'd set myself a little 24-hour readathon challenge. I say we, me, myself and I, because we talk to ourselves. And I'm going to try and read these. I'm going to try and read these in 24 hours. So, I think I mentioned it at the end of yesterday's vlog, but if I didn't, here we are. I've temporarily DNF'd the Northern Lights. I think what it was is, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's adult. And I'm really not in the mood for an adult polar fantasy type thing, because I think everything I've read has been middle grade. I can't remember what I've read this week, but I think it has all been middle grade. But also I think his that materials, you need to be in a certain kind of mindset, and I don't think readathon mindset is the kind of place you need to be at to read that kind of book. So what I'm going to do is I got 170 something pages in, so I'm going to temporarily DNF that. I will come back to that at a later date, because I feel like from what I picked up on it, I would enjoy the story. It's just probably partly because I was tired, partly because it is just quite dense for what it is compared to what I've been reading during the week. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I want to give it a fair shot, and I don't feel like reading it during Polarthon after trying to read it. I don't think that gives it a fair shot, and for me to rate it low based on the fact that it didn't fit in with the Polarthon Readathon is just ridiculous. So that's not fair to anyone who actually takes reviews into account when picking up a book. So we're going back to comfy, cozy middle grade, where we like to be during Polarthon week. Frostheart. So this is now going to be my dark cover. No, it's not. This is going to be my my Cold Waters prompt, because this is replacing Given to the Sea. Because if you've watched my the other vlogs from during the week, we know why I'm DNFing Given to the Sea, and we shall never speak his name again on this channel. Then I'm going to pick up Frostheart. And this is going to be dark cover, and yes, this should have been the other way around, but this is a dark green. Might not look it, but very dark green. Also has dark outlines, and I'm taking it as dark cover. So there's that one. And then we're also going to pick up The Forest of Moon and Sword, which came out this month. This is by Amy Raphael. This is also going to be a dark cover. This is going to be my second round prompt. And then I'm going to read another polar fantasy, which is going to be A Winter's Promise. Can I do it? I've already started reading Frostheart. Starting this vlog a bit later. This seems to be the running theme of my vlogs. Because I'm a basic bitch. I did do a workout this morning, even though it probably doesn't look like I have. Well, I'm still in the same attire that I was in last night, but I've done a workout, I've showered, I've straightened my hair, and I've put my comfy just to get back on, because why not? And I'm already 48 pages into Frost Heart. Currently quarter to 1 o'clock, something like that. I'm gonna also get this on audiobook, I think, for when I need to get up and move around. But I'm looking forward to this. This could fulfill many prompts. It could fulfill diving, but I need to do one round of the prompts first before I go back in. So this has to be cold waters. But I'm also excited to dive in. So we're kind of doubling up anyway. But yeah, so far we're just, obviously it's page 48. We don't have much to say yet. So this follows a young boy called Ash whose parents went missing when he was younger. He doesn't really remember them, but he's what we call a song weaver, which, and singing is forbidden in the stronghold that he lives in, and none of the other people want him to sing. They're scared of this singing because the other things that also sing are the Leviathans, and they are evil things that want to kill people. So they associate his song weaving, his singing, with something being bad, and they think that eventually the Leviathans will be able to control Ash and make him do bad things. So the people in the village are scared of him, but they've been tasked by his parents to look after him when they went on their voyage, because they were pathfinders. So when they went on their last voyage, he was being looked after by people in the village, and so they've just stayed true to that, and they've tried to look after him, but also while being scared of him. We've just been introduced to Tobu as well. He's a broody yeti. Yeah, I'm gonna go download this on Audible, go make myself a coffee, get some sneak, get some fruit snacks, and see what today brings, because this may kill me off, but we'll see. Let's do it for the vlog. Hey, let's do it for the vlog. Cause I'm gonna go now, and I'll update you when there's something to update you on. Peace out.
Excel on the track.
So, update. I'm now on part 2, chapter 13, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, I can't believe that I spent so many years not reading middle grade. Who is she? Thank you to Gavin and Jade for introducing me to the lovely world of middle grade again. Yeah, so I'm feeling positive. I've got through quite a bit. It's taken like 2 hours to get through 13 chapters. There is, let me have a little gander. There's 3 hours and 20 minutes of the audiobook left. I don't know why I said it like that. So that means I should finish this by about 5 PM ish. Maybe a little bit earlier if I speed it up a little bit, and then I'm going to go on to Frost Heart Escape to Aurora. I am feeling so much more positive about everything today. I feel way better than I have done the last couple of days. I'm also in the middle of editing my vlog, so I'm having to pause the audiobook for a short while because I can't hear myself. It would be alright if I was just editing B-roll, which I wouldn't really need to listen to my voice for, but because I have a habit of going, and then when I don't know when I'm trying to think of what to say, I go, and I'm having to edit out every time I go, do you know what I mean? So I have to listen to myself in order to do that. So I'm gonna make another coffee. I've still got my sneak. I'm feeling good, feeling fresh, feeling funky, but this is just the beginning. So let's see what happens. Bye. Hello. So update. We are now on to page 218. I think that's chapter 23. I think it's 10 to 4, and I've got this much left, which looks like a lot, but in the book they do have some like full pages of illustrations or half pages of illustrations. So I'm not too worried about that. We've got about 2 hours of the audio left, which puts me a little bit behind where I wanted to be, but I did take a break from listening to the audiobook while I had where's my hair? My cooker, and I live in a flat that has very little ventilation, so when I put my oven on I need to have the fan on, and I was making myself a brew and things like that, so it was a bit noisy. So while I had my cooker on and it was making a lot of noise and I had to have my fan on, then I just took a little break. So I'm a little bit behind where I want to be, so I'm going to notch up a little bit. But I am absolutely loving this. I can 100% understand why people fall in love with this book. Ash is such a lovely little boy. He's full of like wonder and adventure, and he just wants to find his parents, and he's so determined. But obviously, like any child, we all know what we're like, is that when an adult tells you to do something, you don't want to do it. Especially when you think that they're saying no just for the sake of saying no to be mean. So whereas in A Place Called Perfect, Violet was bratty about not listening to people, he just reminds me of like just your average child, whereas Violet was a brat. It's just like he's such a typical little boy kind of thing. And Tobu is just such, I want a Tobu. He's just so unapologetically just himself. He clearly cares about Ash, and he's not just looking after him because he promised he would. Clearly he cares about him, and he wants him to hone his song weaving abilities, and he's doing it for the right reasons. Whereas Shard, I do not trust Shard at all. From the moment he first interacted with Ash, I was like screaming, get out, we don't want anything to do with this guy, because he just creeped me out, like really creeped me out. Luna, I love. Captain Nook, I love. She's such a, like, Captain Nook's such a typical firm but friendly, like, leader, and Luna is just, she's so flighty, and she's clearly knows how to look after herself. But she's just, I can't wait to see where their friendship develops, like where their friendship goes. And it's such like a found family vibe. I'm really loving it. So yeah, I'm gonna head back off. JD Ray Reads is on live. The moment, look, Jade is on lives on Instagram. I'm also still editing my vlog from yesterday. which needs to go up soon. So that's it from me for now, and I will update you when there's something else to update you on. Bye. Hello friends, we have now finished Frostheart. It was a wild adventure, and I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. Cannot recommend enough. What we're doing now is jumping straight onto Frostheart 2. So that's the thing, and I'm super excited. So there's not much I can tell you really. They go on a wild adventure because Ash is trying to find his parents, and obviously it's part of a series, so it has an ending. It doesn't wrap up in this book, so I'm moving on to Frostheart because they're trying to go to Aurora. Thoughts on characters: Ash, Tobu, Luna, Captain Nook, Love. Kaylin has come to she was initially a bit like the nasty one of the group who was really against Ash, but then things changed, and she's, yeah, it's found family vibes. It's full of adventure and is highs and lows, and I felt all the emotions, and I'm just absolutely, I'm feeling good. So I've got Frostheart 2 on Audible, which is, it's like 460 odd pages, but it's about 4 hours on the audio, so that will take me to midnight. And then I've got a short book. I'm only going to have the physical book of this. So it's The Forest, Moon and Sword by Amy Raphael. This came out on the, what was it, of January? I think this came out on the 6th of January, I want to say. But look at the cover. I will leave linked up below, up above the haul where I explained what this is about. And then my biggest, oh no, I've dropped my sneak bottle. The biggest chonker is going to be A Winter's Promise. And I'm going to have to see if I can get this on audiobook. And see, yeah, I'm going to try and get this on audiobook because I've heard the first 100 pages is a bit of a slog, and by the end of the readathon I'm going to be tired, and when I get tired I get a headache, so the less physical reading I can do, the better for me. So let's get into Frostheart 2, and I will update you when I have something to update you on. Bye.
Walls go as far under the snow as they do above it, said Luna, as proud as if she'd built it herself. Keeps any snooping leviathans out, you see. Ash could see other Pathfinder sleighs in the distance, drifting towards different gateways in the wall's enormous circumference, leagues upon leagues in length. Ash wondered who crewed them, and the kind of adventures they were returning from. Whether they too had feared they'd never make it back at all, like the Frostheart had. A warmth filled Ash's cold bones as he looked back at the crew who had taken him under their wing. He knew there was no other group in the whole snow sea he'd rather be with.
So I'm on page 50 of, what's it called? I don't know what book's called, of The Forest of Moon and Sword. And I've realised that I don't think I'm a fan of books that are told in the first person. I feel like it's going okay so far. This follows a young girl called Art, and her mother has been taken away because she is deemed to be a witch, and she was taken away by some soldiers, and Art doesn't know if she's dead or alive. So when her mum's taken away, she then decides to take her mum's recipe book, which is clearly just like a spell book. Her mum, they're in Scotland. This is based in, well, these girls, blah blah blah, I can't even speak. She's from Scotland and her mum's been taken down to England, and during the summer solstice, they're gonna execute loads of witches, or women that they deem to be witches, and she's trying to save her mum. So, chapter 4, page 50, and I'm saying it's okay so far. Normally, I can get a feel of when it's gonna be like a 5-star read, and first off, because it's in the first person, I'm feeling like it's probably not gonna be a 5-star read, because I'm not feeling the same vibe as when it's told in the third person. So that's a realisation that I've come to. Maybe I'm just tired, I don't know. But I'm just gonna crack on. This is only 294 pages, so I should be able to get this done in a couple of hours. It's 3:50. I don't think I'm gonna get this done and A Winter's Promise finished by 11 AM. I only have like 5 hours left after I finish this, if I finish this in the next 2 hours. So I'll probably get through the majority of A Winter's Promise, fingers crossed. But I'm starting to flag, and I've had another coffee already and I don't want to have another one, because I feel like if I have another one it's going to cause some kind of heart palpitations. It's not healthy to have the amount of coffees, and I've had 2 sneaks in the last 24 hours as well, and I just don't think, I think that's my limit. I just don't think I can push it anymore. And you can tell I'm getting tired because look at the bags. Look at the bags and the eyes. So, could also be old age, that, but we'll just go with being tired. We'll just go with being tired. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, I'm going to go back to reading, and I'll see you later. Bye. Be a man, you must be swift as a corsair. Be a man with all the force of a great typhoon. Be a man with all the strength of a raging fire. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've just come to a bit where she's setting off on her adventure to go and save her mother. And the reason I've sang that is if you know, you know. If you've seen Mulan, you know she turns herself into a boy, or she cuts her hair, and it's going through. Shall we read it? I take a pair of rusty scissors from the kitchen sink and stand in front of the polished stone on the dresser. Taking a deep breath, I bend over until my hair almost touches the floor. I carefully cut a handful of hair and put it in the sink. I cut and cut until a mass of brown curls lie on the floor. As the curls hiss and burn on the embers of the fire, I watch part of myself die. Bit dramatic. It kind of reminds me, like, I started reading that, and then the Mulan thing came in my head, and then also America's Next Top Models. Do you know when they did the makeover episodes? When the girls used to be like, oh my god, she's cutting my hair. And like they used to get all dramatic and crying, and when she said that I watched a part of myself die. Girl, it's hair. Come on. Slightly dramatic, but there we are. Just thought I'd come in and say that bit. And then she just put, I am a boy, I say. I am not afraid of anyone or anything. Do you have to be a boy to not be afraid of anyone or anything? Is that a thing that we're still doing in books? Clearly it is. Not sure why, but that's the thing. Just thought I'd pop in and say that. Also, can we just appreciate that in order for her to take this journey from Scotland to England, bearing in mind it's not like she's going to get down from Scotland to the bottom of England in 4 hours because she's got a car. She's riding a goddamn horse. It says there's only enough room for essentials in the saddlebags, so I packed the compass set in stone, a faded map of England, bread, cheese and a flask of water, 2 coils of rope, 3 of Mother's handkerchiefs, her letter. So your essentials are 3 of your mother's handkerchiefs. How is that essential? Also, you think that bread, cheese and a flask of water is gonna sustain you enough to go from Scotland to the bottom of England on a horse? Yeah, I don't understand. Yep, I was right. She's gonna take 4 days to get to Essex, and she's gonna run off cheese, bread and a flask of water. I don't understand. Sorry, just popping in again. She's mentioned these 2 people's names, Arthur and Thomas. I've got no idea who they are. Maybe I've missed it. And maybe we might find out later, but they must be brothers or something. I don't understand. Have I missed something? If you've read this book, can you tell me if I missed? I might find out by the end of this anyway. I'm just saying, have I missed something? I feel like I've missed something. Maybe I'm overly tired. But yeah, I take something. Okay, so I think Thomas is a brother and Arthur is a cousin. Must have missed that previously. On page 117, she's on a journey to Essex. So I'm almost halfway through, and the time is 10 to 5, so I should get this done in the next hour. And see you in the next hour. I don't know what I'm talking about. And again, what I'm talking about. I'm really tired now. I'm really tired now. So when you get to that point where you're just so tired, just like, literally if I close my eyes, I'm gonna. But she's gonna stay up a bit longer. I've just realised how many clips I'm gonna have to edit. Fuck. Oh my god. I don't know what to do with myself. Don't know just what to do with myself. It's just okay for me, dude. Just okay for me. Yoshi! Blech. 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 God, the tiredness is hitting me now. I'm gonna get another drink. I'm not gonna drink coffee or sneak. I think I've already said why. I think I said why. I've got some cordial. We have some cordial. And then I'm gonna get back to reading. Peace. When you were younger, did you ever put dock leaves on nails? I did. Now on page 270 and I feel bored, and it doesn't help that I'm really tired. So it's really a struggle to get through this last bit, but I'm gonna push through. Right, okay, finished. That last bit was a struggle. I've really started to slow down now. I don't even know what time it is. Well, I've got a few hours left, so I'm gonna move on to A Winner's Promise. The likelihood is I'm gonna have to potentially reread A Winter's Promise. I'm not sure how much I'm going to take in, but let go. Hello. So, face is a bit red because I've just done my skincare, but we are now later on in the day, and should we just say that I don't think I can't call this a win, but I'm still proud of what I did. So just to recap, we did Frost Heart, gave this 5 out of 5 stars, brilliant, great, read along with it while I listened to the audiobook. We then moved on to Frost Heart 2, Escape to Aurora, which I absolutely loved. Again, ignore the messy hair as well. I've just got out of the shower and I'm not straightening it today. I'm just letting it air dry, which means frizz central. Anyway, picked up Frost Heart 2, Escape to Aurora. This was another chef's kiss moment. 5 out of 5 stars. Not much more to say. Like, the whole series is coming to an end this year, and the cliffhanger that this ended on, I was kind of like, what? Like, why you do this? Like, I only have to wait a few months, hopefully, fingers crossed, if it brings it out this year, until I find what's going on with this cliffhanger thing. But if you read this like way back, like when it came out like last year, I feel sorry for you having to wait so long for a sequel. But yeah, 100% would recommend both these books, top notch. We then moved on to Forest of Moon and Sword by Amy Raphael. Now, I don't know why, maybe I was just a sucker for the cover, but I was hoping this would be another epic adventure one, and I don't know. It wasn't bad, it was still good for me, personally, but it's probably more like a 3-star. I haven't put it through Corpal yet, but it's probably more like a 3-star. It wasn't anything that gripped me. The plot line was very predictable, and like I said, I don't think I'm a fan of first person narratives, so not 100% sure why, but this just didn't give me the feels. But it was still a 3-star, it was still okay, so there was that. I can't remember what time it was, the last clip that I did. I'll have to go back and find out what time it was last time I checked in, but I got to page 72 of A Winter's Promise. I can honestly say I'm going to have to go back and reread all those 72 pages because I was so tired. So tired. I literally cannot remember anything about the first part of that book, and I'm going to be honest, I've already been told that it takes like the first 100 pages to get into it. So the fact that 72 of those pages I've read and I can't remember anything about it must have, like, means I'm definitely gonna have to reread it. And that is not any shade to the book, it's just the fact that I stupidly decided to start a readathon when I hadn't had much sleep the night before anyway. So next time I do a readathon, please someone just remind me to get a good night's sleep the night before, maybe start at 8 AM. But yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling funky, feeling fresh. Feel a lot better now that I've had... I was just saying, I don't think I didn't last till 11 because I must have fallen asleep and I woke up with the book on me, or on my bed, and it was like 11 o'clock, 11:15, and I was just like, what? So I don't know what time I fell asleep, but that was that. Anyway, this is my fail of a readathon for 24 hours, woo! If you do like watching my videos, then please like, comment, subscribe, comment a snowflake emoji for Polarthon, and I will leave all my socials links down below, along with some of my favourite YouTubers that I like to watch. And until next time, be kind, be happy and stay true to you, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.